I'm Jenny with In Touch, and you're watching In Touch with Teen Mom. To kick things off, we're starting with our daddy drama segment, and I have one word for you, Sean. In the most recent episode of Teen Mom 2, tensions were at an all-time high as Jade continued her recovery from her plastic surgery. Now, as fans know, she got a Brazilian butt lift, lipo 360, and a fat transfer to her breasts, and her recovery process has been brutal. First, it started with her mom being 4 hours late getting her painkillers and antibiotics, and now the fighting is non-stop. This is where Sean comes into play. During a recent visit to the hospital, the cameras were in the parking garage to get footage of Jade going into the room. And well, Sean was not pleased. He completely berated the camera crew to the point that Jade, who is weak as had to raise her voice and tell him to stop. Like, Sean, you may think you're helping, but it's making things much worse. Then we find out Sean and Jade's stepdad got into a physical fight all over a misunderstanding. Basically, Jade's mom's debit card flew out of her purse and hit Chloe. Chloe told Sean that grandma threw it at her, and Sean exploded before asking any questions. His tone of voice apparently ticked off the stepdad, and punches were thrown. Honestly, I feel horrible for Jade. Girlfriend is already in a ton of pain, and her family is just making it worse. So much worse. Moving on to some Teen Mom news, there's some major drama going down between Kaylin Lowry and her best friend Mark Allen at the moment. On an episode of her podcast, Baby Mama's No Drama, Kayl told a story about Mark being mad at her because she only wanted to commit to one day of a weekend celebration. She went into more details on the podcast and said that it would cost her $3,000 to $4,000 to commit to staying in Ocean City for the whole weekend, and she would need someone to watch her kids, and at the end of the day, he just didn't understand because he doesn't have kids. Well, Mark did not like what he heard on her end, so he ended up doing an interview with The Sun to tell his side of the story, claiming that everything she said was a lie. On his end, he explained that he was totally fine with her coming for one day and not the entire weekend, and he also said that there's no way it would cost as much as she's claiming, and he had a friend come in just to watch her kids that weekend. The feud even made its way to social media, with Mark writing, quote, "One of my close friends got on her podcast and lied about many things concerning me. She's a liar, disrespectful, toxic, and unloving person. I don't need anyone in my life like that. If you're not for me, you are against me, so I'm moving on. I wash my hands." Kayl responded on her Instagram stories, alluding that Mark needs to respect her boundaries.
Boundaries are only a problem for the people who benefited from you not having any. So keep that in mind when you say no to someone, or things change, or you change your mind. The people that don't like new boundaries and things like that will lash out.
Talk about drama. Like, can y'all just wait until Mercury's not in retrograde to deal with this? Is there a chance Leah Messer and Jeremy Calvert could be getting back together? The Teen Mom star says dream on. During an Instagram Q&A with fans, Leah responded to the question saying, quote, "This will never happen again," adding, "Jeremy is Adeline's dad just as Corey is the twins' dad. We all get along very well and put our daughter's best interests first. I prefer to keep it that way. I will always wish them the best in life." When fans asked Leah if she's open to dating or marriage in the future, the reality star said she's totally fine with dating, but don't expect her to ever tie the knot again, saying, quote, "I think it's a lot of pressure on a relationship." Fans have been speculating that Brianna De Jesus and her fiancé Javi split just weeks after getting engaged, and social media was their biggest clue. Apparently, Brianna and her sister and her mom unfollowed Javi on Instagram, and she removed all the photos she had posted with him. However, Brianna is calling BS on that and told Celeb Buzz that she and Javi are still very much together, saying, quote, "First off, Javi and I are 100% together and we are happy. In fact, he went to the store to upgrade my ring today, so yes, we're together, very much in love and engaged." She added, quote, "As for why there's no pictures of him on my feed, there never were. They were only on my IG story. All of these social media stalkers who claim to know so much should have been able to pick up on that." She even threw a little shade at her Teen Mom co-stars, insinuating that they may have been perpetuating the rumor saying, quote, "Sorry to the haters and likely some of my co-stars who tried to get a good laugh, but this time the joke's on you." And now for our cute kid call out. This week goes to Kaylin's son Lux because honestly, he's just too cool.
This is.
Love you.
Now before we can end this week's In Touch with Teen Mom, I've got to share my favorite moment from the episode. Enjoy.
I'm gonna kiss him. I'm gonna kiss.
Okay, I'm not kissing.
Right. Just shut the up, man. I'm gonna kiss.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest on your favorite Teen Mom stars. See you next week.